Hello and welcome to Gartenseile. In spring, it's time to start growing plants again. The proper sowing and care of the seedlings are crucial for how well the plant develops later and whether it is susceptible to diseases and pests. In this video, we'll show you 5 mistakes you should definitely avoid when growing plants. We hope you enjoy watching. When the plants have a good start in life, they will thrive well later on, and less sensitive, reacting to fungi, diseases, and pests. That's why you should avoid these 5 mistakes. 1. Wrong soil. For growing plants, you shouldn't use regular potting soil. This contains way too much fertilizer. As a result, the roots hardly develop. Additionally, the young seedlings can become leggy due to the high nutrient content. As a result, the plants grow very tall, without a stable stem developing. Another problem with potting soil is that it is not sterilized and can therefore contain mold and fungus gnats. It's best to use special seedling soil. This contains only a little fertilizer and is also sterilized. 2. Wrong time. Even if you're already itching to sow at the beginning of the year, you shouldn't start sowing too early. Otherwise, the plants will grow way too large and take up a lot of space in your home. First, you can plant everything. The ideal time is late January to early February. You can plant the pepper seeds in the soil starting at the end of February, and tomatoes can be planted as early as the beginning of March. Cucumbers and all other squash plants should only be started indoors in April. However, you can also sow these directly in the garden in May. Thirdly, too much or too little watering. As soon as the seeds have germinated, they should be consistently supplied with water, as they can dry out quickly otherwise. However, it shouldn't be too much water either, so that the seedlings float away. Additionally, too much moisture can promote mold growth. It's best to water the young seedlings with a watering can or a pipette and make sure that the soil is only lightly moist. 4. Too thin or not too thin. Some plants need to be thinned, while others should definitely not be. Physalis tomatoes and peppers are best sown in shallow trays. As soon as the first pair of leaves has formed, you can thin them out. In some cases, earlier thinning may be necessary, for example, if the plants are getting leggy or if mold has formed. When thinning, the plant is placed back into a larger pot. You should plant them a bit deeper in the soil. This way, additional roots can form on the stem. Under no circumstances should cucurbits such as cucumbers, zucchini, or pumpkins be pricked out. Their roots are very sensitive and can be damaged when removed. If you want to separate them here, then cut the weaker seedling off with scissors or a knife. 5th, do not harden. The longer a plant is grown indoors, the more sensitive it will be when planted outdoors. Leaves are often burned by the sun, which shows up as white spots on the leaves. We'll show you how to properly harden off your plant in another video, which we will link for you in the description below. What mistakes have you made while growing plants? Feel free to write it in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this little video. If so, please subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. If you prefer the written word and are interested in gardening, feel free to check out our gardening magazine at www.gartenseile.de. Until next time.